All right, let's check this out. SCU status secure, Tempest Siphon powered on.
Generator repaired.
Enemy engineer in the area.
This is very Planet Side 1, like amp station vibes. Hey, Schleem. Wizardy?
Generator repaired.
Rage back? Rage hack. I'm not picking up what you're putting down, friend. Hey, Doge. Keep in mind I'm playing on potato settings, and this is unfinished. So it's a double whammy.
Generator destroyed.
Glitched out? What do you mean? Does the game look funny? Command hub.
Destroyed.
This sign is backwards. What's the exciting news? Oh, this is the new base, man. This is the new Planetside base. I'm playing on the test realm. And there's going to be a public playtest tomorrow at 6 Pacific. Yeah, it is unfinished. It's unfinished. You can see there's a bunch of missing textures and placeholdery type stuff. So I'm not sure what the proper flow is, but this is like an exit if you're a defender. You come out and pull vehicles. There's an air pad up there, which you can access by taking this tube. which is for the spawners only. I guess that SCU probably takes that out. Oh, by the way, when I first came here, I jumped in that beam. It zaps you. Okay, so... Yeah, man, it's exciting when stuff like this happens. And a new base is a major source of hype for me. It's bigger than the Sanctuary lobby. Wow. That's what people are saying in chat. It seems that big. So here's an outer ring. Hey, metal. Here's a lower level. I'm going to explore around this level first before I go down. Okay. So I guess this is a flow to go underground. Oh, man. This place is big.
Visual on hostile light assault trooper. Eyes on hostile light assault trooper.
Who is that? China player. Oh, cool. Well, look at this. Oh, so this is the Sunderdome. How to report bug when the SS doesn't have a collision box.
Enemy light assault in the area.
I'll zap myself in a few. Let's get some more people in the stream. Then I'll zap myself for everyone's enjoyment. So here is the vehicle entrance B. Gate B. Check this out. It's like a friggin' airport. Cool. Okay. This is not as big as I envisioned it would be.
Generator repaired.
But my imagination is pretty big. This looks kind of like a conveyor belt. Hey, Rapid. New base, baby.
Eyes on hostile light assault trooper.
So these SCUs, I was reading in the notes, they can be destroyed either by overloading them or by shooting them with heavy weapons. So I guess like vehicle weapons and stuff. So yeah, you roll up in here with your vehicle. You wreck the SCU, which forces the defenders to spawn further underground. Okay. So this upper ring is just a vehicle ring and this ramp that goes down. That's all it is, it looks like. Look at this guy trying to get a harasser in here. All right, I'm ready. Let's go. Do attackers get a hard point? That I'm not sure of. I know one of the things the post mentioned was about giving Sunderers garages with activatable shields. Maybe that's here, but I didn't pay very close attention to what's outside the base in the courtyard. As you can see, there is quite a bit outside the base. Like there's a bunch of the like gate towers and stuff like that. All right, let's go around this middle ring now. You got the perfect corn?
Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
So if you're attacking and you get the SCU down, you can go right from the outside of the base, drop down here, and boom, you're in the middle ring. This is quite a choke, though. Looking at these sight lines. So you'll be like holding these pillars, shooting around here. Do you eat your corn straight up or tilt it to the side? Oh my god. What a barbaric question. I'm going to have to think about that now. So this goes all the way around. I guess it's just symmetrical. So you have 2 sections that go down and 2 sections that go... So let's follow one of these down. Well, it depends on the relevance. Like, if the battle doesn't actually flow through those choke points, then they're not that meaningful, right? Oh, yeah. Check this out.
Generator destroyed.
Fuck, I'm excited to fight here.
Visual on hostile light assault trooper.
Look at this. These angles are different. Yeah, these are a great idea. We need these for all bases. This is the zapper. Oh my god, this is like engineering on the Enterprise. Look at this. Where are the blast shields? War containment has failed. Oh, this is funny looking. What's going on here?
Visual on a hostile engineer.
Is that like an artifact or something? Bruh. What am I looking at? The lore increases. I think I might, after we get done here, I might turn ultra settings on and come back in, see what it looks like in full glory. Lore, baby. Fuck yeah. I like this kind of lore too. That's a little more like Dark Soulsy, like you can come see it or not. I would love to see less of the NPC stuff and more of the found lore stuff. Oh god. I'm so lost, dude. Holy shit. So, there are 3 points, and they're all down here on this lowest level. I read that 2 of them, or maybe all 3 of them, have environmental hazards that can be turned on by the defenders. Oh, here's a vent! Let's check out these vents. Oh, I need to get cat-like for these vents.
Enemy light assault in the area.
Oh my god. God help you. Trying to push through these vents. Oh, light assault. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Look at that. Just scoot right through. Player 1 has shut down the Tempest siphon. Oh, this is the other stairway up. Okay. I'm definitely going to come back here on Ultra. Once I get a feel for the base a little bit. A1. This is what they were talking about with actually having names for the rooms. Don't kill me, bro.
Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
Drifter jets, baby. You drift right through these things, I bet. Bro, I'm gonna get a tunnel rat build for my light assault. Oh, man. Look at this. No headroom. Huh. What's this? This is just a long sight line. Holy shit. This is like Sniper Alley. Your NC max shield spot. Ooh, yeah, murder hole. And that's the C point.
Swapping battery. Cover me.
What kind of frames am I pulling? It's pretty high. So there needs to be a name for this room somewhere. They were named in the post. What's this? You guys see this? If I was an engineer, I could repair this. Oh yeah, look at all these icons in the map. These little wrench icons. What are these? Was that me? I think I did that. I think I just killed somebody. Toxic AF. So if I hit this again, what happens? Yeah, I'm gonna, I think, spawn as engineer and see if I can do more with these objects. How long the sight line is. Sub-levels, ground levels. Let's start at the sub-level. Suppressor? Huh, whatever, fine. Okay. So this is a regular-ass golden spawn room. Before I go, grab a mana AI turret. Okay. What am I looking for? The long haul? Oh yeah, I'll check it out when I get there. Looks like this is meant to open. Look at this. Oh man, can you imagine trying to push up out of these stairs? Holy crap. Or if I can put it in the vent. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I should be enabling you to combine your arms in this way, Rapid. Look at this. Oh, it's a little room just behind the vents. This is like the vent nexus. Oh fuck, this is cool. Oh no, you can't put it in the vent. Not this one anyway. You're gonna get an air hammer in here. Bro, my sense of spatial orientation is abysmal. I'm gonna be so done in here.
Your contribution is appreciated.
My thanks.
Oh, here's a bio area. See how fast it takes for it to respawn. Pretty quick. Oh, I like the size of these consoles. Like they're high enough so you can crouch behind them, but it seems kind of different. Look at this. A little terrarium. Needs to be like a Harry Potter snake in here as an Easter egg. If you come up to it, you just fall in. Plant Bay, Alpha, Beta. Can I rep the wall? I don't see any of the repair things anymore. I think I have not stumbled back into that area yet. Most of the text is mirrored. Yeah. What about wall jumps? Oh, this is that long hallway you were talking about. We were looking at it before. Let's see if we can put a turret in there, like you were saying. Oh, interesting. Sorry, Rapid.
Generator destroyed.
A random death hole. So it looks like the furthest you can put it is like at the ends here. Look at this enterprising lad. Okay. So there's a... Is there one of those long hallways on both sides? No, it's just the one side. Dude. I mean, there might be people trying to get vehicles down here, but I mean, how much of a pain in the ass it is. Back to the warp core room. So B is the bio bay. Oh god. And there's C.
My thing alert. Hostile on my thing.
Did we go this way already? Oh, here's all the repairables. Yeah, okay. So C is the reliquary site, I guess.
Hostile light assault trooper located.
Bro, I just love how maze-like this is. Holy shit. Oh, are there drop-in vents, like, from the top? That would be so cool. Okay, let's see what this does. Oh. Cool. Alright, I'm not gonna do any more of those. Don't want to prevent people from coming through. I get it now. That's cool. Okay, so even if this is closed, you can still flank around this way, I guess? Oh, so if those gates are locked off, you have to flank through this whole way of death. I see. And the C point's in here. Either way, though, you gotta... I guess if you're an attacker, you can take out those shields. Yeah, okay, C. So you've seen B and C. Where's the A point? I guess it's in the middle. I'm gonna respawn as a light assault. Tunnel drifter. Ambushers? Probably right. No, man, I want to go for the momentum play. Flight suit? What does flight suit do again? Oh, here's the A point. I can't actually get in. I have to, like, turn off this electrical whatever, I guess. Oh, wait, what was that? Protective shields engaged while Tempest Siphon is on. How do I turn the Tempest Siphon off? I guess the vents aren't very long. Man, does it look like this because of your potato settings? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I'm going to restart it with ultra settings real quick. Let's do that. Y'all will enjoy it more. Just give me a sec. Can we see non-potato? Yes, yes, you may. Let's do it justice. I got a copy over my ultra config from the live game. 1 second. Okay. I am not feeling this music. Find something else. Why is this not working? Sorry, folks. There we go. Okay, this is much better. Yeah, much nicer looking. Can you guys see? I can't have my OBS pulled up while I'm playing because of weird bugs. What game is this? Oh shit, look at those effects. Holy shit. That is actually dope. Storm has been contained. Do you guys want to see the base? I'm terrible at flying, so I'm likely to crash if I slow down. Let's do this. So still a little unfinished looking. It looks like the mid-level is the least finished. Is Metal gonna bomb me? Maybe he's gonna fly a Bastion over the storm and see what happens. It'd be so cool if the whole thing got like electrocuted. But yeah, it looks like nothing. Oh well. Okay. Guys want to see me get zapped? Unlike Metal. Oh wow. Last time I got halfway down before it zapped me. Look at this! The containment site houses the Tempest siphon, which absorbs the harmful energy emanating from the shuttered warp gate. The core and energy containment areas of the facility are lethal to anyone inside while the siphon is active. Alright. C point. Yeah, you can turn the siphon on and off, Van. There's a lot of toggleables inside the base, actually. So, I'll show you a few as I go. A point. We haven't been to the A point yet. Because the Tempest siphon was active. Oh, it's inactive now. Okay, yeah, but let's have a look. So before, this was a hard wall. Like a yellow barrier we couldn't pass. Bro. Death Star vibes. A little texturing needed, but... serious Death Star vibes. I'm like Obi-Wan, man. Dude, I cannot wait to watch the heavy assaults fall off this fucking thing and die. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's still a work in progress. I'm aware. Tragic Johnson, you can use the underbarrel to knock them off. Oh, beautiful. I love the way your mind works. Is this a place you can actually get to up here? I wonder if this is just a window or if you can take this down. It's a nice little light assault spot. A little sneaky peeky. Dude, I'm excited about the new heavyweight for light assault play. Oh shit, this is the actual bottom of the thing. That's so cool. It actually goes all the way down. Bro. So if the siphon is off, you can you can drop in from the top and just like straight up go straight to the A point. Oh, this is so interesting. Getting some No Man's Sky vibes from this little section for some reason. Watch the meta be to drop a router through the window. Yeah, I mean, players are going to find all kinds of lovely degenerate ways to ruin it, I'm sure. Okay, so we came in from this way, right? Oh shit, I'm gonna get ganked. I want to watch this. Hell yeah. Shock me, daddy. Okay. So now... Now I can't get in. Okay, I get it. So... Defenders hold this point. This point flips to the defenders whenever the siphon's activated. How do you turn the siphon on and off? Yeah, so actually, even if the attackers hold the point, if the siphon gets turned on, it flips to the defenders. That's what I think I read in the post. Anyway. Why does this texture stand out to me? I like the colors. I like that it's not all just like concrete gray. Like these like bronzish tones are pretty cool.
Leave the restricted area immediately.
Hang on, let me turn my HUD on. Oh, the base just went neutral. Oh no. Oh, what? Okay. What else do you guys want to see? I like the lighting through here. Blocking events with hard light barriers? Yeah, probably you're right. At least the areas in front of them. So where is the mid spawn? It must be higher up. New base, that's right. Yeah, my frame rate's good. Same as normal. I'm over 200 right now. But there's also no one else here and nothing happening. Hey, kitty. What you doing? There she is. What you up to, kitty cat? This is the test realm, which is public. Anyone can get it. This is the B point. This is more like visual cover. I'll see how it actually plays, but I don't know. Remove the hit markers. I can't figure out how to get out of here. I'm actually lost. Oh, here's the warp core. This is right. Oh, this must be the Tempest Siphon console right here. But I can't use it because this facility's offline. Okay. Look at this. This looks so much like it's so reminiscent of the engineering area in Next Generation. I thought I knew where I was, but I don't. It seems like objects take a few seconds for the collision to despawn after breaking. Man, this is complicated. I think the arrows lead further down, so I'm going to follow it up, I think? I'm trying to go up.
I've got ammo for you here.
This guy gave up. So one of the spawn points is in the lowest level finder, and one is in the mid level, which I think I'm about to stumble into. Cargo elevator. Interesting. You can see they just like clone the map here. I haven't seen this area before, I don't think. I'll go back up in a minute. I want to check this out. B point. Oh, this is the hallway of death next to B. And this goes up to where? Oh, here we go. This is a way up. It's over here. I'll just... Can you fit a max in the vent? I don't know. I have to crouch to get in his infantry. So this is the mid-level. Command hub. that goes to the surface. And this, there's sections that are just like this that cover the 4 quadrants around the center. Oh, can't get in there. Interesting.
I'm an engineer. Repairing.
And here we are at the surface.
Take some ammunition.
Oh, interesting. I like this. A little height advantage for the defenders. I can't wait till 2030 when I can run Planet Site 2 at 500 FPS with ultra settings. Is that a shield on that tower? Where? Oh yeah, I see that. So there are doorways in the base that have consoles next to them that you can either repair as an engineer or destroy to put the shields up and down. Here's the expressway. Right down there. Let's go have a look at that that tower. I didn't notice that. You see these little repair icons? Those are the gate shields. So I guess if you repair these, it drops the shield down. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, this is different. Looks pretty epic, I gotta say. This is one of the Sunder garages. That's what this is. Interesting. So you have to actually come in from the inside to park the garage. You feel scammed on the last map compared to this. Well, this has been the longest delay, right? I don't know. I like all this shit. I didn't even look at any of the new mission or campaign stuff. I know there is some new stuff. I think they forgot something. It looks vehicle safe. Those doors on the outside are pretty huge, but there's a wall between them and the actual Sunderer. An engineer grab lift deployable. That's a fun idea. Just want to try something. I kind of doubt this will work, but no. Worth a try. So here's a garage right here, I think. And there's one right here, and there's one right here. So one to the north and two to the south. Let's check this one out. What's going on with this building here? Is this an actual building? No, it's just a hunk of metal. I'm going to be playtesting this tomorrow night. I'm excited. Dude, this Sunderer is a long freaking way from the base. Like, look at that distance. Safe. Put the Sunderer here. I mean, if you technically there's potential for line of sight for anything that's like this far forward, but I don't know. It looks like it's okay. Is there an upper level? Or is it closed off? Oh, interesting. What's this? Oh, okay. Apparently, you have to be light assault to get up here. No, never mind. Here's a walkway. So that's to turn the shield on the garage to your faction. There, now it's purple. Before it was neutral colors. Okay. What else should we look at? See, this one's neutral colored. So no hard spawns, I don't think. But we get this, these hardened garages. Which are... Actually, they quite remind me of PlanetSide 1 towers. In terms of their distance from the base. This is very PlanetSide 1-esque. Oh. That's the heavyweight thing. I gotta play with it more. Feel better about this not being Subterranean Nano Analysis 2.0. Yeah. No, this is a whole different scale, man. Okay. Let's see what else there is to see. There's other changes to Esamir. I'm gonna hop in a scythe. Let's go back to the warp gate. Oh, we can bling it out. Let's do this. I'm gonna live out my fantasy of having a blinged out scythe. What should we do? Dark star plating? That's cool. They're all just fins. Oh, that's different. Whoa. Spiral Oasis. That doesn't look familiar to me. Let's see what that is. There's another containment site. Altiran Empire test? Oh, this is Ymir. I'm not seeing any of those cool Sunder garages here. Unless they're outside the ring. Oh god, I'm so gonna crash. Oh, this is just a vehicle capture base. Okay. These just regular towers? One of the things that they wrote in their post is that those Sunday garages, that they're gonna do them in more places on other continents in the game, not just here for the containment sites. But this containment site doesn't seem to have any garages. It's just well, it has these rocks, I guess. Oh god. I'm just gonna have a poke at this one and see if it looks any different on the inside. Looks the same so far. Yeah, I think they're the same. All right. I think I'm gonna head back to Sanctuary and check out, just see what the campaign sort of looks like, and maybe we'll play on live for a little bit. I don't want to spoil the fun too much.
Clear out of that area.
Huh, cold tears up. Good old cold tear. Well, people are here. Wonder what they're doing. I was in rewatching that old interview between Kid Riot and Matt Higbee. One of the things he talked about was how painful it was because the guy who did the level design for Coltier, I can't remember if it was Xander, maybe Xander Klaus. He got laid off like immediately after Coltier came out, and this thing was like his baby. This music's a bit loud. People probably just dueling and stuff. I don't really care enough to check it out.
How you doing, Slick? You here for some implants?
Welcome to Nascent Expeditions.
The Empires of Araxis celebrate as 3 new containment sites come online on Esamir, neutralizing the storm that's battered the continent for months. Nanite Systems continues to search for Foster, their former rep on Sanctuary, who disappeared after attempting to use the Esamir recovery effort to hide mistakes of the past. Meanwhile, Archivist Dolan, an earlier victim of Foster's ambition, exerts her influence. Alright, let's see what we got. Port to Sanctuary. Storm buoys. Obtain all the encryption keys. A new off-world warp gate has been discovered emitting a faint Vanu signal. We must be the first to claim it. The immense amount of power required to stabilize the connection, even for a short time, can only be drawn from a containment site. Soldiers have been enlisted to reroute power in the facility. Help the war effort at a containment site. Are you guys seeing this? This has like WoW Classic Encourage vibes to me. Are we gonna unlock a new continent? I'm gonna reread this one more time to make sure I got it. A new off-world warp gate has been discovered. It's called Desolate. And the name of the play space where Outfit Wars happens is called Desolation. So maybe it's just a way to get to Desolation without having an Outfit War. I mean, that would be cool, I guess. But the hints here are thick. It says here, here's the telling thing, I think. Help the war effort at a containment site. Earn experience at any of the containment facilities on Isamir. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. War effort is a word that was used to describe how the Encourage raids were unlocked in Classic and Vanilla World of Warcraft, where in order to get access to the new raid wing, the server had to embark on a server-wide quest to contribute materials to NPCs in order to get to a certain contribution level in order to open access to the new raid. This is telling us to fight at the containment site to do what? To reroute power in the facility while our technicians calibrate their systems. So we're going to use the containment site to stabilize the connection to an off-world warp gate. That's what this is. And apparently it's something... This milestone is 2,000x experience. Which is not a lot of experience. So maybe this is like a repeatable thing. It's gotta be. Enlightened One, I do not need to tell you how important this mission is. If the relic's truly of Vanu origin, we must claim it. Proceed to the marked containment site in Esamir. I'll brief you once you're there. I'm gonna have a poke at this. Let's check it out. I mean, this whole theme of this campaign is based on a shattered warp gate. So if the whole thing started with the destruction of a warp gate, maybe it ends with the creation of a warp gate. That would be nice and symmetrical. I like that idea. I'm not sure, Tragic. I'd imagine that they're independent of each other, but I can't say. If you look at the UI, there's claim reward for each of the four. I don't really know. I didn't get the first two on my account, for what it's worth, so if you're out of luck, so am I. Alright. Let's Go to where I'm told. You've made it to the facility. These facilities siphon an immense amount of power from the atmosphere, but it goes to waste. We intend to use that power to help us reach the off-world relic. Hang on, I'm on land. To reach the off-world relic, our technicians have marked several power circuits that will need to be calibrated to provide the power they require. Proceed with all due haste. Our informants tell me that our enemies also seek to reach the relic. We cannot allow this to happen, so if you see any of them at the facilities, eliminate them. We descend, boys. Oh, it's neutral. There should be a door I can use, though, right? Oh, looks like someone put down a one of those shields. Interesting. 2,000 XP. Well, not sure if I can do anything about that. I think all the containment sites are offline, but we're gonna have. Looks like this base is gonna turn on in 2 minutes. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be back. Be right back.
Esamir belongs to the sovereignty. Well done.
Okay. Let's see if anyone has been posting about this on Reddit. I'm the first one to figure it out. Probably I'm not the first one to figure it out. Okay. Screenshots. Containment site. Oh. Yep. Yeah, no one's posting about this. All right. I'm going to take my screenshot and post it on Twitter. See people think. Hey, Saoirse. My cat's coming to visit me. Hey, little lady. Some very encourage type vibes. Type vibes from the newest Planet Side 2 campaign. From the forthcoming put this on the Reddit too. See if we can farm some karma. so bored. Okay. Oh no. You've assisted the cause by punishing our enemies, and our technicians indicate they've received the power they need for the next phase. More work will still need to be done before we can utilize the power, but we are one step closer to expanding our understanding. Thank you. Okay. So it looks like the war effort thing persists after this campaign's over, which would make sense. Let's see what we have to say. Hello, Operative. NS has asked me to convey their appreciation for your assistance and your part in locating our defector. Thank you for that as well. Check in with your faction rep here on Sanctuary. You should. Send you this way when you're done babbling. Appease him before your debriefing. Okay. What is the war effort? I must know.
Hey, how you doing, Slick? You need some implants?
Hey, boyo, you made it. That was quite a thing you did with the robot bot and the downloading and the lightning and stuff. Ain't science grand? Anyway, I just wanted to make sure you kept that hush-hush for now. I don't want word getting out about downloading folks into Nanite Systems robots. Not that anyone would believe it. That it? Okay.
How you doing, Slick? Take a look, take a look.
Wonder which dev is doing that voice.
Vanu's blessing be upon you.
The soldiers of Vanu have proven instrumental in quelling the storms of Esamir and repairing the damage wrought to the aftermath of the Warp Gate's destruction. The crowning achievement, of course, comes from the fully restoring function of the new NS Containment Site, establishing a more reliable connection to the resource-rich desolation. Oh, it's desolation. Now return to the front lines and know that Vanu... Hang on a second. Was this supposed to, like, happen before Outfit Wars? Never mind. I feel like I've been baited. Oh well. Outfit Wars hasn't happened yet. Xerus, I know. Oh, not the inbox. Let's not do that. I think I want to delete this post. Oh well. Well, that was exciting for a moment. Okay. I think I've had my fill of this for now. I'm maybe gonna go play on live for a little bit. I'm excited about the play test tomorrow. I will be there for it. Okay, board. Now time for NS overhaul. Right, I got so excited about the whole war effort thing and an off-world warp gate, dude. Like I just got baited so hard. I know it's my fault for getting excited. All right. Let's go frag. Time to send insects back down some spawn tubes? Yes. Yes. You coming? Boobs? Dragon man? Hell yeah. Let's go. I'm logging in.
I am logging in as well.
Sup?
Just was watching you explore on the test server.
Yeah? The new base looks dope, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some interesting designs there that haven't been done anywhere else.
It is huge.
Should be sweet. What's the time frame we have for something like for that launching?
We don't know.
Okay.
Typically, though, typically when it gets to public test, we're within a few weeks. I will
Oh.
say, though, that what we saw looked like there was more than, I don't know. There's
More
still
than
a
a
lot
few
of work
weeks.
that needs to be done on it. Like there's a bunch of missing textures, broken collision.
Yeah. But yeah, and you could tell it wasn't as polished as like Sanctuary looks, right?
Yeah.
Or like another base.
I wouldn't be surprised if we have potentially one or two more rounds of public testing. We'll see.
Mhm.
Which I would like because this containment site is going to be a part of PlanetSide forever, probably,
Mhm.
and it would be good if it was if it was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited about it. Hey Kai, actually, I just got done. I spent the last hour and a half on the PTS. I just got done with it. Make sure my potato config is on here. I might still be using my. I was doing some recording earlier, so I have a nice.
Up those graphics.
Yeah. My
Very nice.
impressions. The new base looks very exciting. There's a lot that goes into it. I'll be very interested to see the size of fights it can hold. There's some new Sunder Garage stuff that's going to make for harder soft spawns, which I really like. Although they don't seem to be at every single containment site. I don't mind re-summarizing. There's a neat, like, central mechanic to the base where there's this, like, the energy getting contained from the storm. You can, like, turn on or off the conductors. And when it's on, it shuts down access to the sea point. And the sea point goes to the defenders. But if you can turn off the conduit, then attackers can capture it. It's really interesting. It's like a very multi-stage kind of thing. Why can't I find my PlanetSide folder? Okay, I'm on potato. I just didn't trust it. How did it compare to PlanetSide 1, where the inspiration's obvious? Let me think. So, I did remark that the distance between the the new Sunderer towers at the Andvari containment site and the containment site base itself were very PlanetSide 1-esque in terms of tower and base layouts. Like think about the bases from PlanetSide 1 that had multiple towers, like Ganuku, the dropship on Sicer with the northern and southern towers. Has a kind of similar vibe to that. But they are technically soft spawns because they're Sunderers. But there's a switch you can throw to make the field. You just have to watch the VOD probably. It's a Sunderer garage that's protected from vehicles completely. In order to blow it up, you have to send infantry in through like doors and walls and shit. Which is good. Like I would one of my big complaints come back to the game is that fights are way too easy to kill. Sub zip file, but hell yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I'm in game. It's fragadocious.
To Hassan you go. There's a Hosen.
That's the eternal question, man.
What's the appropriate? What's the vernacular for all the PlanetSide 2 terms?
I've always said Hassan.
Hassan. I think Hassan sounds right.
Was I happy with the light assault room Alan mentioned? So there is one room that's accessible only via events, but and there is which has access to three neighboring rooms via events, and then there's one passage you can get to that is only through the vents, but they're not light assault exclusive. You can go through them with any class. The interesting thing is that light assaults can scoot through them more quickly than anybody else because of our jump jets and the way that that ceiling friction works when you're jetting. I would say that the vent network was not as extensive as I thought it would be based on some of the teases, but we'll just have to see how it plays. I'm going to be in the playtest tomorrow. I'm planning to. You toured it briefly and were really pumped. You can see what they've learned to avoid slogs. Yeah, what jumps out at you, sub? All right, Hassan. Let's go.
The fight might be a little lacking here.
Oh yeah, maybe Amarish is more exciting.
Nascence has a fight going on.
And there's a biolab defense that we're about to lose on Amarish. Oh my god, all the fighting is at Nason's?
Yeah.
What a glorious clusterfuck. Let's go.
Nason's is such a large base.
Mm-hmm. The warm bosom of Nason's defiance. Multiple decent sized corridors on either side of the point room with murder slots. Seems good design. Yeah. There are those like long corridors of death I saw with the murder holes. And I liked how most of the rooms have like an elevation change from one side to the other. So you aren't just aiming straight across all the time. All right. Oh, what about recursion?
Just got teabagged. Jeez.
Owned.
Deserved.
What'd you think of the vegetation sub? Kill all plants. They respawn pretty quick. Destructible cover. I don't know. Like, I think they were like fishing for things to get people excited about, like the vents and the destructible cover. I think at the end of the day, those things are going to be like pretty far away from the most important parts. But it is nice to have new little technological touches, even if they aren't extraordinarily important. Where am I going? Okay. Sub's not quite covered. Maybe if all the plants are larger, it took more than... Oh. Where are you? Sorry, friend. That got me down to 2 health, like, twice. You aren't
There's a lot
streaming...
of vehicles, man.
You aren't streaming gameplay if you mean to? I don't get it.
Oh, your game isn't up on stream.
Oh, fuck. I just had a couple nice kills, too. Okay. Can you all see it now?
Not yet. Oh, now there's.
Okay.
Now it is.
I use, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's fixed. Those kills never happen. It's true. It's true. They are just going to wash away like tears in rain.
Generator repaired.
I got too greedy. Too greedy.
Shield generator available.
Can't see, huh? Feed me.
Critical.
Damn, that was a good streak. Right out of ammo. 10 kills.
Very nice. I played earlier tonight, and I think I had the longest streak I've ever had before.
Yeah?
I killed 27 people
Shit, dude.
without dying.
Nice. What were you doing?
Inful.
Figured.
Of course.
Being a cloaking shitter. That's what I was doing. And I
And
don't feel a
it's not
damn
like-
bit of shame.
I don't feel shame at all. It wasn't like a long life either. It was like pretty quick action, nonstop.
I'm sure you did well, sir. I respect cloaking as long as no one does it against me. Poking against my enemies is fine.
That's right.
Against me, not fine. All right. I should not respawn here,
Yeah, this Sunday's a little bit of a cluster.
but I'm gonna do it anyway. People get thirsty when they sense a vulnerable sunderer. Try to exploit that thirstiness.
I feel like there's all this long range fighting going on, and I get killed by a shotgun.
Oh my god.
Don't spawn at the router and go up the port.
I could have told you that.
Don't do it.
I
Mistake.
told you that. This is when you pull medic and you just farm XP.
Go engineer, put a little turret thingy down.
Yeah, that
Too,
too.
I suppose. There we go.
You know, they could just push in the other side. Are you in Mio Hondo squad? Do I know these people?
Uh,
Oh yeah,
I'm not
these
in this
are
squad.
people. People. Apparently, we got desquatted at some point. Oh,
Oh, of course the router is in a tree.
this is nascent. Of course it is.
Of course it's in a tree. What was I thinking?
Enemy transport vehicle in the area.
You are better than this. Show them.
Okay. How should we attack this? What do you think?
I'm gonna redeploy out of the tree.
You came back again?
No,
Are you
no.
light assault?
No, I'm an engineer right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting out of the tree now.
Okay.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
Come on, stop shooting me. I just want to leave.
Hostile light assault trooper spotted. Visual on hostile light assault trooper. Hostile light assault trooper spotted. Eyes on the hostile light assault trooper. Fight for the enemy.
Generator repaired.
Rude moons.
success is all but assured.
Wife wants to order KFC or Wendy's or tacos.
What taco place?
I don't know where she orders from.
I'd go with tacos, personally.
Oh, she wants me to stop telling people about what we're ordering.
That's right.
I'm just talking
had
about
a-
food I might eat.
I had a burger and deep fried mushrooms for dinner, so
Nice.
no judgment coming from my camp, that's for sure.
Nice. How about this? I may be having in the near future, by some means, either tacos or KFC or Wendy's.
Shield generator critical.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
Generator stabilized.
That guy wrecked me.
Failure is not the path of enlightenment.
Hey, welcome to the roof.
I've made it.
Oh no, I'm stuck. There's someone else up there.
Yeah, you dropped down, it looks like.
Didn't want to take a 2v1.
Imminent success is all but assured.
Oh my god, we won.
We've captured
Take that.
Shield generator critical.
I feel like I didn't contribute a whole lot to this fight.
You feel guilty?
Slightly.
Feeling. Oh, gotcha. Well, the survivor's guilt. Aw, man, the base spawn is so fucking fast and snappy. Feels good, man.
Oh my gosh, that is way better.
I should not have let that guy wreck me like that.
Generator stabilized.
It's weird.
Oh.
Generator stabilized.
Like someone sees me. Therefore, I will leave.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby. Spotted a hostile nexus. Enemy light assault in the area. Hostile light assault trooper. Enemy light assault in the area. Hostile light assault trooper. Hostile light assault trooper spotted. Hostile back identified. Enemy heavy spotted. Hostile light assault trooper. Enemy light assault in the area.
We close in on victory.
Oh no! Oh man. Whenever I eat a rocket in the face, I always just feel like, yep, you got me. Yeah, just fucking got me. You still there, brother? Me think someone got wife aggro.
Oh, I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, no
Yeah,
worries.
I did have some wife aggro. Her computer, I think, is having RAM problems, and she's been getting some more constant blue screens. She's
Oh,
got a
man.
Windows error,
That's
and I'm
frustrating.
like,
Memory problems are the worst. Although I happen to have a memory expert frequenting my chat in Discord if you want to talk to him. His name is Pibble.
I'm pretty certain when I looked at the log for it, it was like clear RAM problem. So I just need to buy more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And her computer's like, her RAM's like 1 generation old.
DDR3
so
or
who
whatever.
knows? No, I don't. You know, no, I think it's DDR4. Why did I think it was DDR3?
Maybe it is.
Could be. I'll have to look. On the upside, it works when she resets it, so it's not like the worst issue.
It's an inconvenience.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
strong inconvenience.
You've proven worthy of Banu's legacy.
So, food is on the way, but I know not what food it is.
Ooh, surprise.
Should we make some guesses? Take some bets?
Tacos.
I'm betting it's tacos.
Who doesn't love tacos?
It's true. They're a universal love language.
They really are.
That's a lot of maxes. Holy moly.
We've successfully defended the facility. I apologize.
This is going to sound silly to say, but like, I feel like I've gotten past like a skill hump of some kind where my movement and my aim is to a point now and my situational awareness is to like a minimum level where if I get a cool idea of something I can do, I'm a lot more likely to be able to pull it off. I'm having
Give
a
it a
lot
shot.
more fun with the game as a result. Like, we are getting pinned down behind this rock, aren't we? I might fall back a bit. Let them have the woods. I don't need them. I'm going to push the A point now.
Seems like a good idea. I'm on board for that.
Our foes will know the will of Vandu. The facility is secure. Excellent work.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
Oh boy, a construction base.
Yeah, I just saw that.
These can be actually surprisingly fun at times.
If you can get behind them and shoot everybody trying to shoot through the little openings.
I mean, it's usually not fun for both sides. It's usually fun for one side or the other.
One side.
I love the idea of construction bases.
I think
just
they're
wish-
a cool concept.
Yeah. Look, one of the cool things about Outfit Wars is it brings construction actually close to where people are doing fighting. For live, there's something of an exception because you typically can't build construction stuff near fights. Who is shooting at me? And someone like spent their life savings on this base.
It's a big one.
It's just vehicles here. There's no infantry coming out. Is there gaming happening here? That's the idea.
Well, one of us is gaming. I think I'm attempting to game.
Game or game not? There is no attempt. How goes it, Lex? You doing any gaming tonight? Slept from 3 p.m. till midnight. Nice. 9 hours, dude. It's pretty good. So that means you're up for the night, huh? Looking through VODs. If you've been sleeping for the last 9 hours, and you probably missed the news about the playtest tomorrow for the Containment Site, the new Planet Side base. Actually, was just in the PTS looking at it. Cleaning out Spotify. That's a nice feeling, man. Get your entertainment organized. Helping you nonstop about it. Yeah, fair enough. Kill assist. Man, stop popping your head out, guys. This is not good for your health. Oh. Someone's got the AI turret going. More rounds. And they got me. I can't help but be excited about anything new in this game. Looking for the baseline stuff. You don't see a new base type as a baseline thing? Oh my god. Getting close to 1.5 kpm. Feeling pro.
Seems good.
Not when the baseline doesn't matter really in a game with unlimited population. Instantly imagine those corridors will play in prime time. Yeah, some of those corridors are really, really brutal looking. Like, I'm excited about the overall layout, but I'm a little worried about how choky it is. And hopefully it's just offset by how many, like, lateral paths there are. We'll just have to see. You make a good point. I totally baited myself, Lex, because I got excited about there was language in one of the new campaign steps about contributing to the war effort to unlock a dormant warp gate to an off-world location. And then I went through and did the mission, and I realized it was about unlocking access to Desolation, which doesn't quite make sense to me. And also makes me feel used. Why do I do this to myself? Well, I'm only back in the game for about like a month or two, so...
Oh.
I don't really spend enough time playing this game to get embittered. That's why I do it to myself, I guess. I allow myself to believe. There's a point where the design all just gets defeated by not having caps on players. Yeah, I can see if you feel that way, how you would just not be interested in the game. Do you think that outside of like competitive events, that's even possible? To have fights where there's practical caps on participation? All right, Greg, steady your aim. There's one. Not in this game, no. They say the balance for scale, but what is balance for scale in this game? Yeah. How did the A point go neutral? What does that even mean? Name one thing that's balanced for scale in this game. Well, something that would be balanced for scale would be something that would be more effective the fewer players there are, I guess. And less effective the more players there are. So I guess like direct bullet damage kind of scales in that sense. Like bullets can only hit one player at a time. And splash damage, all in all, is for the most part pretty limited. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to play devil's advocate to your question, just because I'm interested in your point. I'm not disagreeing with you. And the way my mind's been thinking about it lately, Lex, is like why. I would love to see like the sandbox of PlanetSide like really embrace the politics of the game in many ways. Like bring back things like generator drops and stuff from PlanetSide 1. Give us some ways to fuck with people behind enemy lines just like kind of do shit to actually fuck with the other factions. Like let us turn off tech plants and shit like that without capturing them. Let's troll the other factions for real. And then give us a competitive mode that's actually 1v1. Like, let's have the best of both worlds. Give us the ridiculous three-sided sandbox that's full of zany hijinks, and then give us something that people can throw themselves at to get that equal feeling experience. You don't see how splash damage balance for scale when you have infinite whatever it does it. No, I agree that splash damage isn't balanced for scale. I'm thinking more in the like if you shoot a rocket at a location or like a grenade, it'll hit everyone who's in that, so that scales. Chuck with the raid. What's up, Chuck Baller? You ballin', my friend? I don't like all these armored things. I want to shoot soft, fleshy things. How was your stream, Chuck? Oh, yeah. Snag that kill. Almost. Well, I mentioned it's been a constant battle of ideologies. It has. It has. And, you know, we've been very not willing to embrace it from a design perspective. I think that's accurate, Lex. I think you're really right. That's where I'm landing on it. I feel like in a lot of ways, the idea that PlanetSide should be 3 factions is kind of like it's a design that's, I think, perhaps never been fully embraced. And a lot of things in the game actually tear away from the idea of a interesting free-for-all experience. Yeah, that's not PlanetSide. Yeah, and here's my torture right now, Lex. And I'm trying to find an answer to it, like an old article or something. But why was PlanetSide made with 3 factions? And I can't figure out the reason. I can't figure out anyone telling me why. The most interesting thing I can find out about it is Matt Higby's interview with Kid Riot that he did when he left Daybreak 6 years ago. And he said, I mandated we bring in Vanu because PlanetSide is 3 factions. That's what the game is. But why is that? And what's good about that? And that's a Smed Higby question. Yeah. Yeah, I've been shy, but I need to write a message to Higby, see if he would appear on my podcast. I kind of doubt he would, but, you know, who knows? He's also so far away from PlanetSide, so that maybe he'd feel free to talk more freely about it. Who knows? You know, like I have this weird fantasy, and I don't know what this would look like, but I would love to have Rel and Higby on talking to me at the same time. Wouldn't that be incredible? God, I just think that would be so interesting. Or even just Rel interviewing Higby, and I'll just moderate it, you know? Or someone can. I don't need to do it. Okay. There's nothing for me to shoot at here, other than my own toes. Are you fighting anywhere interesting, Will?
Yeah, towards A point. There's a fun little fight there against some TR.
Okay.
And on the way towards A point.
Reverence or resentment, do I think? I mean, the dynamic between Higby and Rel? Hard to say. I'd imagine a combination of both. I don't imagine that PlanetSide is very close to Higby's radar, or has been for a while. Are there mans in here? Yes, there are.
Check your fire. I'm on your side.
Just refine the game. What do you mean, Vice? And also, what's up? I'd imagine if I were Rel, I would have some questions for Higby that I'd want to ask, that I'd be okay asking him in public, and some that I'd only want to ask him in private. But I can also imagine not wanting to talk to him at all because he's been away from the game for so long. And Rel probably knows the answers to most of the questions Higby would be able to give anyway.
Enemy medic spotted.
Or the answers are academic at this point. Like the question of why is PlanetSide 3-sided might be so far away from Rel's day-to-day concerns that maybe... Are the fights good right now? Vice, it's just nascence. Actually, I guess Broken Veil just opened up. I would not say the fights are good. It's not dead, but it's not good. Good tagline for the game. Oh, God. I have an affection for games like PlanetSide that have brilliant ideas and a questionable implementation of them. I'm not sure why I do. Maybe it's something to do with like my family dynamic growing up. I just like imperfect, flawed families. Because, yeah, like, for me, Lex, I can't answer the question of why Outfit Wars should be three-sided if I don't know why Planet Side is three-sided. I can come up with a bunch of reasons that I think are interesting. But to me, it's a core design, like, component that needs to be pretty clearly stated. Look at all these people. And if you can't answer the question of why it should be three-sided, then it shouldn't be. Now, I think if you go to a one-on-one format, you run into problems with the size. So you can't have 50 players. It's got to be 12 or 24 instead. And then it's not really Outfit Wars because the size of the teams are so small. So maybe that puts it behind the alliance wall, which is maybe something they didn't want to do. You watched Shocked earlier about Outfit Wars, the Kamikaze. Oh, did he react to the Kamikaze video? I like Kami's video. I didn't agree with everything he said, but he made some pretty interesting points. The Kami video should get a nice head pat from Rel. Good boy. The 2v1 on recursion was bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. But it's a downstream effect of the way the format is designed and the way expectations have been set. I don't necessarily agree with the idea that any behavior that's technically permitted must be allowed. And the only way to prevent a behavior is to design it out. I don't necessarily agree with that idea, which I think a lot of people hold. But I also don't think I've seen a good enough argument for it to be three-sided. Oh, did Kamikaze go light on recursion? I mean, on Space Pigs and R18 in his video? I must have missed that somehow. No. Lex, for me, it comes down to less about being 1v1 and 1v1, more about making casual, not very good players sufficiently sweaty against players he actually defines competitive, right? Yeah, it's a player pool issue, right, Lex? So even if you make a format that appeals to multiple kinds of players, you need to have enough of a player pool, enough team pool, to give people enough interesting opponents. Basically, you said that they happen to have the same strat, which is weird. That is weird. 80% players issue, 20% format. Yeah, I don't know. So, like, if Rel came on and told us, hey, so having this be three-sided means that each match can have lopsided skills. Because the three-sided format allows for lopsided matchups to still have some interesting outcomes. And it allows... And then, if you say that, then you can have a conversation about what those interesting outcomes are. Okay, I need to go down and pick up food. I'll be back in a minute. Hey guys. It's a lot of great chat here, but sadly, I need to go eat some food and use that as my excuse to call it a night, probably. Gets his food and leaves us. Yeah. Well, I can't be up for the next 9 hours like you, Lex. I wish I could. Moon, you rocked me earlier, dude. Tell me who I should host. If you guys want to continue talking, I have a Discord too. There's an option. I can talk there while I eat. Let's see. Archie is streaming PlanetSide still? What's he streaming? Connery Bastion thing? Is that still going? I have no idea who to host. I feel like y'all wouldn't appreciate me sending you to Archie. But I don't know anyone else who's streaming PlanetSide right now. Maybe a non-PlanetSide friend. Who would that be? Okay. I'm going to send you guys to watch my friend Azzy. She's playing a game called Team Fortress Classic, which is a game I've talked about at length in the past. You can go see what it looks like. If you go check her out, give her a shout out. I play TFC on stream from time to time. It's fun. Y'all have a good night. Hey, and if you had fun, don't forget to throw the stream a follow. I'll see you next time.